Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Pikmin 2. In the last episode we finished exploring the Wistful Wild after doing a bit of stuff in the Cavern of Chaos. This episode, so here's a funny thing, the next 5 to 6 episodes are all going to be this same day. This will hopefully, if everything goes smoothly, be our final day of Pikmin 2. But I'm going to do 2 to 3 caves during that time, oh my goodness, okay, yep. I knew the situation was bad, didn't quite think it was this bad of how few flowered reds I have got. 4, I think, is the actual answer there. So let's use the slap-a-majig here, and hopefully, oh good, that actually went fantastically well. So, last episode, at the end of the episode, we got up to what was actually the landing site from Pikmin 1. And we, oh fucking Christ, and we cleared some enemies there. At the beginning, I'm going to be handling, I actually want to try and get all of the remaining treasures. There's 3 more treasures hanging around in the overworld of the Wistful Wild. So with another 25 reds, let's head over to the bridge. Now, fortunately, all the enemies we basically fought here are cleared. We just have 2 orange bulborbs and a withering blowhog to go. The blowhog will be irritating, so I'm going to try and lure him over here a bit and see if we can actually fight him before pissing off the Bulborb. That may be an option, but I'm not sure. It depends how he's being. Okay, I'm just going to actually fight the Bulborb from here. While he is distracted, hopefully we can kill the Bulborb pretty quickly. That's a maybe on killing the Bulborb quickly. Oh no, that's an oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. Wow, we lost a lot of purples here. Fortunately, I think at the moment we have more purples than any of the bloody Pikmin, so that is not a terrible... Oh, shitbags. Okay, my purples are not doing their usual thing. Oh, I am having a very bad time here. The stun locking with the purples just did not go particularly smoothly there. Not gonna lie, I lost quite a few Pikmin there. Oh well, these things happen. The important thing is, so he's dropped a treasure there, which I am going to claim. We've got a couple of treasures to actually there, so that's gonna move back pretty slowly, I think, but we'll get all my purples on it, get it moving, I suppose. Here, that's actually one of the caves we're going to be aiming for, but it's not the first one we're going to do. We've actually got this thing here as well. Oh, don't take the corpse back. We don't need to take the corpse back. Right, so that's on its way now as well. Oh, what do I want to do here? I am going to try and just take one of the purple Pikmin off that, keep it moving, and we are going to get the final treasure. So we've got two of those treasures moving now already. This is what I mean when I kind of say, actually, they're actually really tightly concentrated, these remaining ones in this area. It's just about whether I'll have enough Pikmin to really effectively fight the enemies I need to do here. One of them, not that one, so these are all obviously, what the fuck are they called? Creeping chrysanthemums. And we want to make sure that we have, there we go, we've got one of them at least. Oh, my purples took a while to turn up, so the stun locking got a bit problematic. Right, let's whistle them back at this point. I'm having to fight this slightly more carefully than I usually do, just because I've got so few Pikmin. Let's join in with the Rocket Fist and we should be fine. We lost a single red, but hey, that guy has dropped. Where the fuck did it go? Can we... There we go. Let's move that head off the way. We don't need that. And let's get everyone else on this final treasure. Cool. No, not on the head. Were you not listening? Cool, right. Everything's actually moving back now, so I'm going to have my captains move back as well. So you guys can carry Olimel back, and you can carry the President back. Wonderful! I will see you back at the Onion. Or when a treasure arrives. Whichever happens first. Because everyone just needs to be back at the Onion, so... And that's the first of our treasures back, so this was actually the one that was inside the orange Bulborb. This is, for £70, the Armoured Nut. No, not the Armoured Nut, the Seed of Greed. And there's actually our second one right here, which is wonderful. I'm actually to the point where I'm going to hop off and just attach everyone else to that. Oh, the President's gone into the yellow onion for a slightly bizarre reason. It seems to be pretty random what onion they take Pikmin to, if treasures to, if they are just purples or just whites on it. I always used to think it was the one which had the least in total, but I don't think that's the case. Anyway, for 30 quid, that's the anti-hiccup fungus. And then the final one, I think, is some way back. So I'm actually going to start preparing my Pikmin for the first cave we want to do. So I'm depositing everyone just because everyone's got not flowered or anything like that. So, what do we want? We need whites first. We don't need that many whites. Just the usual, enough to uncover any buried treasures we might come across. Blues, we need 20. Yellows, again, we need very few. Electric hazards not very common in this. We need, let's say, 9 yellows. Then we need some reds. We need that many reds. That's 25 reds. And then the remaining ones we want to be purples. So we need 20 purples. There we go. There is our full contingent. Wonderful. Including that one there. So that should be 79 Pikmin. Great. Oh, good. Just in time for the final treasure to arrive here. I'll leave the president here to just collect those Pikmin and put them in the correct place, though I believe that's actually not necessary, because if they are in roughly the oniony area, they are safely returned either at the end of the day or when you go into a cave, whichever happens first. But there we go. Here is the final treasure. Wow, hoover them up quickly. This one is for 60 quid, the armoured nut. And with that... there we go. We finish off the this place entirely, the Wistful Wild. We've got all the treasure on the surface, which is great. I'm going to have my Pikmin attack these. I'm not going to do a great deal with them for now, but I want them knocked down for later in the day. Because as I say, we are actually going to have... We're going to have 2 days... many episodes in here. We're going to do 2 caves, and basically in between the 2 caves, I may need to reload my farts and my burps relatively quickly. So I'm getting those ready just in case. So we'll just knock them down with... We're not even the speed on, just cut. So that leaves those now ready to grow, and I believe they will do so somewhat while we're in the cave. Oh, I'm perfectly on time if I want to be at this cave around midday. So this is where we found the conifer spire. There was an electric gate, and there was a armoured cannon beetle lava. If we come through here, there's a little one-way drop, and you can see we are overlooking the landing zone there, but we could only have got up here from this way. It's a one-way drop down that way. But indeed, this is our cavern that we're aiming for.
I am detecting the howls of countless creatures now ahead. It is nearly deafening. Sound analysis indicates a wide variety of creatures nesting here. It is a melting pot of life. Mr. President, be extremely careful. Olimar, your job is to protect his life at all costs.
So, this is not only a difficult cave, it's a very long one. It's actually the longest cave in the game with, I believe, 15 sub-levels. But it has a slight weirdness to it, which you'll see. Ooh, oh, look at that. I got a burp and a fart. Perfect, just to load those up. Because I will be using them over the next couple of episodes. Cool, with that, midday, wonderful. Let's go into the Hole of Heroes. So I'm going to assume not much happens on this floor because, so as I may have, I've kind of mentioned this on previous episodes. I make notes myself in this game that I play it through in the past, and I make important notes and give them to myself. Sometimes it's actually the time between me making the notes and me actually playing the game is pretty short. Sometimes it is very, very long. In this case, it's been a while since my notes were made, and my notes for this episode are incredibly helpful. Well, at least, not for this episode as a whole, but specifically for this dungeon. My notes say, for level 1, I describe it with a simple word. I just say, proceed. So hopefully this level turns out to be easy enough, because I certainly have... Oh, let's kill him before he does my white in. I guess what that really means is there's no trick to this level, to this sub-level, or any weird shit that happens. I'm just proceeding. So... It's been a bit of a burly brawl so far, but I will have had the speeder on as well, and we'll just basically... Your main enemies here are creeping chrysanthemums, what are they called? The armoured dudes, cloaking burrownits, and everyone's favourite, the little snippy boys. This is the first episode of a recording session, and my ability to name things is, as you can see, fucking shocking. But yes, shearwigs and sheargrubs, that's what they're called. Cool, so once we've hoovered up, there is also a single treasure off in the corner. And for 80 quid, this looks a lot like the armoured nut, but this is the corpulent nut, I suspect, because it's a little fatter. Cool, I'm just going to gather the remaining corpses, what there are, a couple of them, and then just grab some of these eggs in the corner and check there's nothing in there. I will see you, the exit's just over there, we've already seen it, so I will catch you down on the next level. So, sub-level 2, we can see there's a fair few irritating things already. There is, if you look in the bottom right, at the treasure gauge, you can see quite clearly there is a antenna beetle around, and there's a lot of irritating flying shit on this level. There's a fair few swooping snitch bugs, which, as you can see, we've already taken care of there. I am going to separate out, and I'm going to take some reds and some yellows. This is my generic force, so basically I'm going to be fighting irritating flying or electrical shit, which you'll see as we get through this, but... Once again, I don't even want to actually put the speeder onto this. I'll cut if anything interesting is happening. I'm not going to focus on the antenna beetle because I basically want to just clear out the enemies first, and then you need to take them out before you can really actually before you can actually really get the treasures. But we'll deal with that when it becomes relevant. Oh, look at that. It's a risky move to one cycle not swooping, it's like a careening dirigibug, but it can be done. There's a lot of Xing Y bugs in this, aren't there? I'm going to have to be a little careful here with these anode beetles, just because obviously I'm taking them out. I'm using yellows to hit them primarily, but I'm aware that I'm carrying a fair number of non-yellows, so you got to really be aware of exactly where they are at all times. The bumbling snitch boat can be a bit of a bugger since I'm out here with one captain. You need to basically keep a good idea of where your captain is, if you only have the one, and make sure you just don't accidentally walk into him, because otherwise, basically, if a careening dirigibug throws a bomb at you and your only captain is up in the air, there's fuck all you can do about it. Right, I'm going to try and get him to throw the bomb, which is fine, and then let's see if we can hit him out the sky. Great. Don't want to actually swarm onto him. Now we get ready, and now we swarm onto him like a second time. And now we can actually get him. I just need to watch those anode beetles. They're sparking up. Get away, get away, get away. Fuck. I was really hoping to kill this guy more easily. Wow, that white really should have died. I'm deeply surprised. But okay with it that he didn't. Oh, these anode beetles, man. Anode beetles aren't normally a problem, but these ones are just there. They're wrong place, wrong time, consistently. Right, there we go. The bomb is loose, but it should be far enough away from us that it's not a problem anymore. Cool, I'm going to kill the remaining anode beetles and then track down that antenna beetle, and then let's talk treasures. Cool, right, with him taking out, let's actually explore a little bit. We can bring everyone. Be aware if you're going into alcoves in this one, in this specific level, they have sometimes a tendency to drop bomb rocks on you. Shit like that is what I'm talking about when I say my notes. I don't remember that particularly, but I look at my notes and it says, watch for bomb rocks in alcoves. So shit like that it's like, sorry if I'm demonstrating to you that the rabbit was in the hat all along, but that's often how I sound very informed, is because I have, oh, there we go, watch for fucking bomb rocks and alcoves. I have practiced through this before and made notes, and then those help me sound and remain informed. And they're also, like, they're not just for commentary notes, they're obviously actually notes for, like, shit to avoid, because half the time they are shit that went badly on my practice run, is like a don't fall into this idiot trap, which obviously comes up a shit ton. We've got 2 gates to take down here. This one here contains the actual end of the level, and then this one here I believe has our treasure behind it, so let's knock these both down. And so one of the weird things about this cavern, the Hall of Heroes, is there is only one treasure on every floor, which can be good and bad. Yeah, watch for bomb rocks and alcoves, yeah, thank you notes. Should have put it in capitals, shouldn't you? Then I would have really listened to it. But yeah, there's only one treasure on each floor. So we can, with the whites, boy, they're really taking their time to get this one started, aren't they? I mean, it's making sounds like it's being dug up. Oh, there we go. Everyone else is joining in. I can't even see the damn thing yet. Where is it? There we go. Okay, cool. There was a ring in there. Wonderful. Right, I'm gonna whisk that back and clean up all these corpses. And there we go. I thought it was a ring, but it's not. It actually just looks like the gem from a ring, but not actually attached to anything. For 60 quid. This is the essence of true love. Very nice. So I'm gonna do a bit more gathering, and you've seen where the exit is, so I'll catch you down on floor 3. Oh, really? You're going to give me 2 hogs straight the fuck away? And a watery blowhog. Cool. And a volatile dweevil by the looks of it. At least it's safe behind a gate, I guess. Can we ignite it at least so it's not a problem later? Cool. Right, what the fuck am I going to do here? Right, let's start with purples. And at least let's get this... I want to actually focus on this withering blowhog. The puffy blowhog is less irritating than the withering blowhog. Because the withering oak blowhog is a deep irritant, because not only does it blow me the fuck around, but it also deflowers my Pikmin. As soon as that's off the cards, I will be happier. Let's take this guy out. Watch that watery blowhog so we don't set my Pikmin on water while I'm not watching, but that went surprisingly well. All Pikmin still with me, because blowhogs can't kill him. And also all flowered, which is great. So if we can kill this guy quickly before he sets anyone on water... Yes, I know it's a strange phrase, but it is technically accurate here. Now, important thing on this one is these alcoves. If you cannot obviously see an egg in them, or if the treasurometer is not responding, don't bother with them. Really don't, because they will just have shit behind them, like dweevils or things like that. This is gonna irritate me here because he's gonna fucking flamethrower me, isn't he? Through the door. That's. I'm gonna argue that's unfair, but there it is. Oh, look at that. And that has an annoying chance of deflowering my Pikmin too, which is which is a deep irritant. Ugh. The number of enemies that can fire through walls and shit is way too fucking high in this game. I think I said frocking there, but I can't be entirely sure. Right, let's kill this guy before he incinerates more Pikmin. Cool. I'm just going to leave the corpse there for now. That blowhog ahead is going to be irritating. I can see at least the only treasure on the floor is right there. We basically want to try and stunlock the blue guy. Take him out as quickly as possible. And there's a Dweevil there. Brilliant. Can you stunlock a Dweevil? I don't know. Shit, going to lose a purple. Lost a couple of purples by the looks of it. Nope, 2. I mean, that technically is a couple, but honestly, that could have gone a lot worse. Let's try and get this guy out the air now. I've got a lot better, actually. Oh, fucking Christ, there's a hidden blowhog there. That's not on. Okay, this is going to be a problem if we're not careful. Right, whistle, 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 whistle. There we go. Whistle, 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 whistle. Ah, this is problematic. Right, fuck it. Cool. Emergency burp. We needed that. We really did, just because there was too much going on. I mean, come on, I've got 5 burps. I can spare a burp every now and again in dire situations. I actually need to be, if anything, more militant about kind of using them, so to make sure they actually really do use them, because nothing is worse than sitting on burps and not actually even bloody doing anything with them. But as I've said, in this dungeon, there is only 1 treasure per floor. Don't you guys knock that down? There'll just be a bloody Dweevil behind it. So we know that's the only one on the floor, so that's fine. Let's knock this gate down while the treasure arrives. So this is the Love Sphere. I think our final of the marble cycle for 85 quid. And with that, level's done. That was actually a relatively fast one. And now we move on to the next sub-level, which reveals to us what this dungeon's thing is. And I'll say no more on that for now. So, sub-level 4. Doesn't take a genius to realise here. This is an arena. We're going to be fighting some shit. I'm going to pull my Pikmin back here. I want a relatively small number to come with me. I'm just going to check that this is definitely safe. Not going to drop a Dweevil or anything on me. Fantastic. I'm going to take my reds. And a small contingent of purples. That's all my purples. Cool. Right, let's go over here and separate them out a little more. Separating Pikmin is still done terribly here. No, right, okay. You know what? I'm just going to actually have to physically return several of them. That seems like a decent number. 33. How many reds did I bring down? 25 reds. Actually, I want to return a couple of reds just to be sure as well. I don't want to take too many Pikmin into this fight here. So, let's fart up and meet an old friend. Follow the treasurometer. Everyone's favourite pileated snagrat is here. What's different this time is... basically, there is a massive, like, not black hole, what's it called? Quicksand thing in the middle. You can always tell where he is from the treasurometer, because he's got the treasure in him, and that's the way to fight him. You want to take advantage of when he does this cycle, where he gets stuck in the ground. If you can attack him quickly here, you'll do a bit of damage to him, and then he'll fall into the ground. Rinse and repeat that strategy. When he does this, just keep running around, but don't run too far. There is another snagrat on this level. Get away from me. There is a burrowing snagrat on this level, and you don't want to fight that burrowing snagrat unless you have to, because he, unlike this one, does not hold a treasure. So he is of little interest to us. You avoid him long enough while he's standing up, and he'll go back underground. I'm going to ready a purple at this point, and yeah, you just want to be ready when he pops out again. There we go. And that's when you want to hit as many Pikmin on him as you can. Aim for the face, but if you hit the body here, it's fine. He's straight back underground, whistle everyone back, and repeat the process. He's bad at the moment. He's going to pick off a couple there, I think, but... yeah, it's weird to cut during a boss fight, but I'm going to do that, because unfortunately, the pileated snagrat is... There's 2 ways of doing this boss. There's the way where you lose a lot of Pikmin, or the way where it takes 20 minutes. It doesn't actually take 20 minutes, but it's long. And I'm going to do it the way where it takes 20 minutes. So I will see you back shortly. And there we go. Cons of that is it does take a bloody long time, but the pro is that, as you can see, we lost like 3 Pikmin. And this is a long dungeon. I'll say there's like 14 floors. And I just said we've now figured out what this dungeon's thing is. And I'll talk more about that next episode where we go further into the dungeon. But we got 1 more floor to do in this one, which is a rest floor. This one, obviously, you can just sneak ahead to the exit there, but it is worth getting this treasure because... well, obviously, we're getting every treasure in the game, so it's worth it for that alone. But on top of that, this thing is worth 1,000 Pocos, the Lustrous element. Solid gold, don't you know? So yeah, we lost like 3 Pikmin on that, which is pretty good. As I say, the next floor is the rest floor, so there's not really much point doing anything else. You'll notice the boss music's still going, because there's another Snagret over there. Not a pileated one, just a regular one. So actually, quite frankly, fuck that. Down we go. So here, this is your classic rest floor. We have got some Mammutas. We have got a lot of honey wisps around. There are a lot of what they called the unmarked spectralids, the fluttery boys. And so I'm going to kill the Mammutas. Yes, you can use them for flowering, but there are actually far better sources of flowering than relying on being hit by a Mammuta, quite frankly. As I say, there are loads of honey wisps around. Oh, and someone... Oh, it's one of the spectralids must have dropped a burp. That is pretty good. I thought a Bart, because I wasn't sure. Hadn't committed to burp or fart. You'll notice I'm specifically leaving the honey wisps alone. I'll handle them a bit more towards the end. But there are a lot of them, and they'll spawn and they'll respawn. They're a constant supply on this, certainly. We have got a Queen Candy Pop over here, which I'm going to use specifically to make some more red Pikmin, because they're my useful fighting Pikmin. Let's do that. Oh, fucking Christ. There we go. And then as well, because this is the rest floor, we have got a couple of, what are they called? Glint beetles around. There you go, there's one. So you want to try and hit this guy 3 times. First time, you get a fair bit of nectar. Second time, it will drop. Oh, come on. Come on, come on, come on. Gotta make sure I actually hit him. Second time, a fart. And then third time, it will drop another fart. And then it'll disappear. So you get a load of nectar and 2 farts off him, which is fantastic. I believe there is another iridescent glint beetle on this floor somewhere. I'll have a look and try and find out. I'm also going to flower everyone, obviously, using the nectar from that. And might try and knock some honey wisps out the air. Especially because, so honey wisps are the same as cracking open an egg. They can absolutely, honey wisps can contain a fart or whatever, like anything that can come from a nectar source can be dropped from them. They can also drop bloody, because they essentially carry an egg, so they can drop a mitite egg as well. Doesn't happen very often, but I mean, happens just as often as a regular egg. Anyway, gonna have a little extra look around here, because we've got one more guy that needs bloody nectar as well. Typical. Ah, yeah, see there, that one dropped a burp. Wonderful. It's nice to have the ability to regenerate sprays going down caves, because that can be really handy, because it just makes it... It makes you feel less bad about using sprays, which is always handy in this game, quite frankly. Ah, there we go. There's another glint beetle who's hiding up there. So I'm going to do the same as last time and try and get just 3 hits on it, which will get me another 2 farts. That brings us up to 11 farts. Shit, I need to make sure I actually remember to bloody use these, because that's insane. And we're actually going to hold it there. It's been a normal-ish length episode, maybe slightly longer. Next episode, I'm just overtly flagging this now. Next episode is going to be massive. I'm going to do the remainder of the dungeon in one. There's probably going to be a lot of cutting, but I'm going to do it anyway. The pileated Snagret should give you a clue as to what this dungeon's thing is. You'll be sure next episode, not only because, well, you'll see it, but also it'll be in the title of the damn episode. So I hope you join me then for the rest of the Whole of Heroes. Thank you very much, and good day.